What's going on, MSers, MS Gym? Welcome back to your second day of going through exercises for leg weakness. We've created the MS Gym to really help you learn how to exercise well with MS, how to exercise effectively, safely, and correctly, and do exercises that are specifically created to help your brain talk to your muscles, talk to your nerves, talk to your muscles and your joints, despite the fact that you have MS. So we're literally giving your body and teaching your body new movement patterns so that it can work around the parts of your brain and the nerves that are actually damaged by that demyelination and by those MS symptoms. Pretty cool, huh? So our goal is to really try to create movement patterns and exercise plans that are going to slow down and and possibly stop MS, the progression of MS in its tracks. And that's what we're here to do today. So yesterday, we talked a lot about the pelvic tilt, the posterior pelvic tilt going back and forth. And it's a super important exercise because it helps you really get your hips balanced so your spine sits or is aligned well, your hips are aligned well, your legs are aligned well, and so is your upper body. And that's going to help you out with balance, with posture, with core strength, and everything that you can possibly imagine to help manage your MS symptoms. So one of the strongest muscles in the body are your glutes, okay, your booty. So your hips and your glutes and your ankle are the things that actually help support your leg. And so when you have leg weakness and you're having a bad day and you feel like your feet are giving out, you may not be able to sit there and work on your feet. You may not be able to do toe exercises and ankle moves and everything. Your body may just not be having it. So instead, what we do is we work our way up the chain and we pull in the big dogs, which is our glutes, and especially this muscle called your glute medius. Now, when I talk about glute medius or glute med, what that muscle does is that when you take a step, and I can't stand up because otherwise you're going to be looking at my belt. When you go take a step like this glute medius muscle prevents you from falling to the side. So if you have a weak glute medius, whether it's just because of the way you walk or move or because of MS, your body's going to constantly feel like it's falling, and you're never going to really have the opportunity to get a full step because you're just going to be trying to catch your balance and not fall on your face. So we want to strengthen the glute medius when we're having, whether or not we're having a relapse or having a bad leg day or a leg weakness day, you should constantly be focusing on your hips, constantly be focusing on your ankles, because that's going to help you maintain your walking balance and your walking strength, okay? So let's get started on this exercise. It's called a wall slide, okay? So I took my socks off. See my lovely legs here, just like we talked about yesterday. So what you're going to do is you're going to find a nice clear wall. And you don't necessarily have to have a wall, but I'll show you why I like to use the wall in a sec, because it gives a nice cue to where your leg alignment should be. So what you're going to do is you're going to come down here and you're going to hold your head. Now, you're going to pull this bottom leg up to a 90-degree angle, and the top leg's going to be back against the wall. So see me over here? Now, here comes the important part. Remember yesterday, that posterior pelvic tilt, you want to pull those abs in and tip your pelvis back so you feel that glute contract and you feel those abs. What we're going to do is slide our leg up the wall, and what a lot of times people do is as they slide their leg up the wall, they arch their back. They arch their back. And you don't want to do that because that's going to stress out your spine, and it's also going to be used in the front of the hips, which we don't want to use. We want to use in the back of the hips. So we're going to lock this down. Those abs are going to be in. You're going to turn that toe slightly up, and then you're going to use this muscle back here, the top of your glute. And what I want you to do is relax your head, pull those abs in, tuck your tail, and just go ahead and slide up the wall. Hold, 1, 2, back down slow, up, 1, 2, back down slow. And what I want you to think about is keeping that leg nice and straight. I don't want to see bent knees here. A lot of people try to bend their knees or they're just too tight. And you also want to think about making that leg as long as possible so you feel that glute kick in. And a good thing to do is kind of put your hand on your hip so you feel that muscle and maintain those abs being pulled in, down 2, and I want you to do about 10 reps. So we're on 4, 2, back down, 5, 2, back down, and you're just stacking those hips right here. 6, 2, back down, and what I mean by that is you don't want to be too far forward or too far back. You want to use this bottom leg as a base of support as you come up. So you got 7, 2, back down, and notice I'm just going to straight. I'm not dropping all the way back down here. 8, 2, back down, 9, 2 with that toe slightly up, back down, and 10, 2, and back. Okay? So, let me show you something real quick. What you would then do is switch to the other side, do 10 reps. Now, let's say I don't have a wall, or I'm out on a walk and I want to activate my body and I don't have a wall to slide against. The reason why we have the wall there is so that people don't put their leg in front of this other leg. You want to be back behind this heel. So when you drop this leg down, you shouldn't touch the other leg. You want to keep that leg nice and straight, and you can do this off the wall. You just abs in, shoulder blades relaxed, pelvic tilt back, and then you're just going straight up. Come back down to where your leg's about straight up, and notice my toes turned out a little bit. Back down, and you're using that glute. So you just, as you lift, you just don't want to let that leg come forward. You want to let that leg slide straight up, holding that glute and coming back down, okay? So this is an awesome hip exercise. It's one of my favorites. I want you guys to do probably 1 to 2 sets of 10 repetitions with a 2-second hold, and then come back down. And if you feel real adventurous, do the pelvic tilts, maybe a set of 10 to 20 pelvic tilts before you do this, then do the right hip, then do the left hip, and you're going to be feeling really good when you stand up and start walking again, even if you have a little bit of leg weakness going on. All right, so if you like this video, go down to the bottom and like it. You can comment and say, I love this. Do you have any questions? Or I did it. You can say, I did it, to let me know that you did it. And then I also opened up this group. It was a closed group, the MS Gym was, but I actually made it a public group now because it gave you guys the ability to share. It's not just all on me, because we're a community and we're a family, and without you guys, I can't grow this community like I want to, nor can I. I'm only one guy. And I want to build it fast. I want to find as many people with MS and want to know how to exercise with MS as possible. So now you can go into the group. You can actually share this video with someone that you know that has MS, that's taking care of someone that has MS, or that work with people with MS, and we can make this community awesome. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 7 a.m.